Join us now, Robert Kraft, Kraft Group CEO and Chairman, and New England Patriots owner. We're both racking our brains. I'm trying to figure out when you first came on, because it was long ago, and we're longtime friends with your son too, the great J.K. There's two Joe Kernan and Jonathan Kraft. We were in Foxborough in 2008.
It was right around.
We did the show.
Wow, but I must interrupt you just one second. I have a great memory of my son Jonathan coming into my office back in the fall of '95, and we used to watch CBS News because we had owned the station for a number of years. And he said, "You got to watch this program," and it was Mark Haynes and you going at it.
Yeah.
And I remember David Faber was
the brain.
Once in a while there. And ever since then, I want to thank you all. And it's to be here, you know, I was thinking about it. Here I am celebrating your birthday here at a day that's so somber in the city, you know, that we got to remember the good things. And I think you folks have made a great contribution to America and what goes on every morning and how you get our day started. So it's an honor for me to be here with you celebrating.
Thank you, Robert.
My goodness.
Today is challenging, and not just because. And I didn't even think about it going to break. I said, what happened in the last 24 hours and what happened 24 years ago, and we're getting hit with both, and it makes me it makes me very emotional.
This is the greatest country in the world, and here was a guy, this Charlie Kirk, whether you like where he stood politically, he believed in honest discussion, open discussion, political dialogue with young people, and in a civil way. And to have that happen, it's like seeing these two young kids getting shot in the church up in Minnesota. This is the United States. We got to stop this and stop this hate. It's just horrible.
We talked about that. Is it possible to stop with social media the way
I think we got to.
It's unhinged, and there's no governors.
We got to put
on
more
it.
curbs on social media, and you can't just come on this station and say whatever you want. And, I mean, as opposed to what goes on social media, I think we got to regulate that tighter, because we see it with the research. We interview 8,000 people every 90 days, and we see the hate that's grown and built up over the last couple of years, and and the young people, because of the lies on social media, is just beyond anything I could have imagined.
When you talk to the leaders of the social media companies, Mark Zuckerberg, for example, or some of the others, what do they tell you about this issue?
Well, I don't want to. I really think we need better curbs on social media, and I think they have a responsibility to do more than they're doing, to be very frank. And at some point, maybe the government has to step in and regulate it a little tighter. And I don't like government regulation, but I don't like what's going on in this country. We have the greatest country in the world, and yet have what happened to Charlie Kirk or 24 years ago here. And, you know, we see the religious hate crimes growing. You know, we need more spirituality in America today and less hate. And anyhow.
In Bob, and I don't know how comfortable you are talking about it, but I loved your wife, obviously, and there was a period when you were in a sad place, and President Trump can be, in certain ways, he can be a really good friend.
President Trump, when my beloved wife, Myra, blessed memory, passed, he was one of the 3 or 4 people who were terrific to me, called me all the time, looked out for me, tried to bring me back to life, and he was a great...
We need him now. We need him now, and we need him. He's angry. I know he's angry about this. And when you're angry...
But we got to choose our language.
That's what I mean.
And we got to go back to the days of Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, they were having
they'd
the
go
bag
at
some
it
of
during the
time.
day, and then at 5:30 they'd have a beer together,
Yeah. Right.
and they'd play
Or maybe
9
more.
holes.
Maybe more with
and
Tip.
they do, yeah. Well, I'm trying to be polite.
Exactly.
But we have to respect people with different points of view. I'll tell you something great that happened this last Sunday. Along with our foundation of the Blue Square Alliance, Cardinal Dolan helped to lead at St. Patrick's. We had over 100 churches and Hindu temples and Greek Orthodox, Armenians, all stand up Sunday to hate anti-Semitism. All their churches were behind this effort, and it made me feel good. And that people really do care. People are afraid to speak out today, and that's not good. But we got to get the president to use language that is bridge building. His intent is good.